One night, I was on my PC and was looking through pictures. We have a shared cloud backup folder. In the delete folder, there were nudes of my wife. Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, I'm going to go over a story titled, I Found Out My Wife Sends Naughty Pictures to a Coworker. And guys, this story is all about a guy. He's been married to his wife for 8 years. No kids, fortunately. No mortgage. And lo and behold, he finds out one day upon looking through the computer that there were some naughty pictures that she thought she deleted. And eventually you're going to see, connected the dots to see that she's been having a thing going on with her coworker. And in this story, guys, you're going to hear the typical response when he catches her about how you're working all the time and blah, blah, blah. You weren't paying enough attention to me. And these things always boil down to, and you got to question, if you're unhappy and you feel neglected, then talk about it. Simply communicate. But no, that doesn't go on. Usually this types of stuff. So it never ceases to amaze me. So for you relationship type of guys, these are good things to hear about and pay attention to so that these things don't happen to you. Watch out for the red flags. But at the same time, if you're a relationship guy, yeah, you got to date your girl and take her out every now and again. Otherwise, she's going to feel neglected, and it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. So I'm going to get into this story, guys, and you're going to see more of this. And you're also going to see, guys, how when it comes to cheaters and liars, they never ever give you the full story when they're caught. They give you little bits of the story, and hopefully that's enough. But then when you find out more, then they give you a little bit more, then a little bit more. You never get the whole story. So, getting into this, he says, my wife and I have been together for about 8 years and married for just under 2 years. No kids, no mortgage. Last month, I noticed my wife was acting strangely. Dressing better for work, shorter skirts and heels that she never wears. That's a big sign, guys. If all of a sudden your girl is dressing way better and the hair, losing weight and all that stuff, big sign. And it's also a sign when guys do that too. She started guarding her phone, not letting me near it. One night, I was on my PC and was looking through pictures. We have a shared cloud backup folder. In the delete folder, there were nudes of my wife. My heart sank. Panic took over, and I had to leave the house and go for a run. I cooled down and thought about it. Maybe she just took these pictures and then deleted them. The next morning, I confronted her about the pictures. I immediately saw fear in her eyes. She said they were for me. Oh, what a load of crap. But the timestamp on the photos is from when I was at work. I asked to see her phone. She said no. I saw panic in her eyes. I demanded to see her phone. I gave her an ultimatum. She caved and gave me her phone. After that, she's telling him no. That's the last thing she should be doing. The first message was from a man from her job. She was sending him the nudes. She was telling him how sexually frustrated she was. She was talking shit about me. There were messages hinting how they drank together before. They were also making plans to meet up and drink the day after. In my house. It's bad that she's doing all this, but she's going to do it in his house. In the messages, she said she made sure I was at work that night. How they are going to drink and how she would have to be careful around him because she doesn't know if she can control herself. I have heard that line before. That's been said to me. I don't know if I can control myself around you. Guys, I was different when I was younger. And I've heard other girls say these types of things to dudes. I lost it. I kicked her out. Called her mom and told her that my wife is going to live with her now. Good for you for kicking her out. Because you know what? If the situation was reversed and she found out this dude was doing these types of things to some other girl, she'd kick him out. And she'd have every right. For the last 2 months, my department was short, and I've been working a lot. I work nights, so I was not around every night. We haven't been having as much you-know-what because of this, too. But one of the reasons I was working so much was because we had planned a vacation for September. It was an expensive one, so I did some overtime. I kicked her out and went on vacation without her. I got back last week. She and I haven't really spoken during that time. Most of the conversation was just me trying to figure out why she would do this. Good freaking luck trying to get a truthful answer out of her. I mean, yeah, she's going to say, and you're going to see this because he was working all the time, not paying enough attention to her. But notice he said, yeah, I've been working all the time to help pay for this vacation we were going to take. Okay, it's not rocket science. And if you're unhappy, talk about it. Communicate. This is why I tell you guys that do marriage, you better make sure she's a good communicator before you get married. Otherwise, something like this could happen. On my flight home, she sent me an email explaining herself. Oh, I'm sure that was good. Basically, she stated how I haven't been around physically or emotionally, how she was feeling down and her self-esteem was at its lowest because I've been acting lately. So it's all his fault. Because you did this, this, and this, therefore I get a free pass to go cheat. She dressed better at work and got the attention of a man. They started texting, went out for drinks, and flirting. It took her less than a month from just talking to the man to sending him those pictures. She invited him over for cocktails and strip poker. She took no responsibility for her actions. She just likes the attention. She just called it a mistake. If this guy lets this thing slide, this will happen again. This is obviously how she handles things like this. This is just obviously what she learned growing up. It's bullshit, okay? Invited him over for strip poker at his place. Done. We're out of here, sweetheart. I wish you all the best. Hey, work things out, but we're done. You need to work on yourself, figure things out, go to a therapist, but we're done. I don't need this shit. I met her the other day to talk. I needed answers. I asked for the truth, and I'm not sure if I got it. Dude, you did not get the truth. You got a fraction of the truth. You got enough of the truth that she gave you something, but not the whole picture. She wants to work this out. She regrets sending those nudes. She swears she was never physical with the other man. The most that happened, according to her, was that he gave her a neck massage at work. She was addicted to the attention. The invite to my home for when I wasn't around was just to have some drinks and talk, nothing more. Yeah, sure. This is the same girl who said, I don't know if I can control myself around you. And, okay, let's review. The flirting, the texting, the sending of the nudes. He's giving her a neck massage at work. And this is just what she's telling him. You know darn well there's more. Right then and there, there's already grounds for a dude to just say, you know what, we're done. End of story. Wish you all the best, but we're done. I'm not going to try to fix this. This is who you are. You can't communicate when you're upset, and you got to go do all this. I'm busting my butt at the job, trying to provide, give us a nice life, save up for a fun vacation, and this is how you treat me? We're done. Go be somebody else's problem. Anyhow, she said she started looking for a different job, and she's already been on interviews. She wants to work this out. States she'll do anything to try to work this out. How many times have you heard this, guys? I'm willing to do anything to make this thing work. I asked for two things from her. One, to never lie to me. Yeah, good luck, bro. And number two, I asked for a post-nup. I told her to take some time to think about it. She agreed a few days later. I would not tell her to take time to think about it. I would say you got 5 seconds to make your decision. And when I get to that 5, either you give me your answer or we're done. And I would do the countdown. We'll give her time to think about it. I'm so lost. I don't know anything. I'm numb. I'm not sure what I feel. I don't sleep. I have no motivation to do anything. I don't even know what I'm looking for writing this. You're looking for assistance. You're looking for guidance. You're looking to vent. A whole combination of things. He says, you folks have had some great responses. A lot of stuff that I need to hear. Thank you. As another edit or update, he says, thank you again, folks. I read every comment. I know that this post is already a day old, but some updates. I do believe she has not been physical with the OM, as evidenced by their text where he asked why they haven't gotten handsy yet. But I'm not 100% sure. I spoke to the ex about her behavior. I wanted a better explanation as I still don't believe her. Trust your gut, brother. She states that she was only leading the OM for attention and that nothing was going to happen when he would come over. What a load of crap. I don't believe what she is saying. I invite her over tonight and I'm going to go ask to see her phone. I will ask her if I can attempt to recover erased content. This is more of a test to see her reaction than anything. I have the appropriate software to attempt if she agrees. All I want is the effing truth. Well, I'm sorry, bro, but I do not think you're going to get the effing truth. You're going to get fragments of the effing truth, but you're not going to get the whole picture. It is what it is. But certainly do try. Now for the update and conclusion of this situation. He says, on Wednesday night, I had her over to talk. But earlier in the week, when we went to talk, I asked her to tell me the full truth, anything she was withholding from me, even if it upset me or hurt her case. That night she said that there was nothing else and that she really wanted to work things out. Of course. Because, A lot of gals, even though they do these types of things, they want to have their cake and eat it too. They don't want to get divorced because they have to go through that whole thing and they look bad and all that. And, a lot of gals, if she's obviously 30 plus, know darn well it's not as easy to get guys as it once was. And I guarantee she knows this dude that she's attracted to in her office, he ain't the settling down type. That's just, it is what it is. So she's hoping she can sucker this guy into going for a second round with her and believing her. Wednesday night she came over and I told her in order to even consider rebuilding a relationship, I had to be sure she was telling me the truth. And I asked again if she had anything to hide. She said no. I asked to see her phone. She gave it to me. And I explained to her that I have a way to restore deleted messages and I'm going to do it. She immediately broke down and said there was more. Oh, how about that? So before she said, I've told you everything you need to know. I want to work this out. Notice she had her chance. He was giving her the shot to come clean. But of course, he only got fragments of it. Now that he says I have a way to recover the content. Oh, well, there's more. She had the OM over to my house before, even after I asked if he's been to my apartment in the past, where she adamantly dozens of times said no. Well, she lied. They've had a drink on my effing couch. They've got shit-faced. They played strip poker where she got naked. They made out and he felt her up. She says a lot of it she doesn't really remember. Because at one point she blacked out and woke up in the bathroom puking. Oh, well, in that case, that makes everything better because, you got sick. What I tell you, when I first read this, I didn't buy that what she said was the full truth and nothing but the truth. No freaking way. And his gut told him, notice that, he didn't think she was telling the whole story. She invited this guy over to his place when this guy's at work. Strip poker? Why is she even married if this is the type of behavior she has to do? And, and yes, a lot of it has to do with attention. But also, we live in a world now where this type of thing, I call it Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0 over my other channel. That's what we have now. We're almost like you're not an empowered girl unless you're cheating. We're having an open relationship. She's swearing up and down they never had you know what. Yeah, sure, because you've been so honest up to this point that you expect this guy to believe that. You keep lying and lying and lying. That's when she asked the OM what happened the next day, and he said he helped her to the bathroom and then left. I do not believe that this is the full story. Well, trust your gut. You didn't believe before it was the full story, and you were right. She deleted the OM's number, but I have it. I asked her to call him while on speakerphone to talk about that night. She called him. He basically corroborated her story, but I sensed he was worried about the questions. He made it very clear she was fully supportive and cognizant about what they did that night, and she encouraged a lot of it. Well, way to throw her under the bus, huh? She asked if they had you know what that night, as she doesn't remember, and the OM said no. She started puking, so he left. I have a recording of the conversation. Good, keep that. The thing is, a week later she invited him back over. This is what I caught and stopped. But she effing invited him back to my effing house. She felt no remorse then. Of course she didn't feel remorse. And she doesn't really feel remorse now. And if she is acting like she has remorse, it's only because she got caught. That's why. And she knows she's in deep crap. She knows that you're at a point that you're ready to toss her ass to the side of the road. I broke down and I cried. I said some mean things to her out of anger. And I told her it's really over. I told her she needs therapy because this kind of behavior is destructive. You're darn right it is. And dude, don't feel bad about breaking down. We're all human here. And everybody has a breaking point. It's not a good idea to let them see you cry. Okay? Don't ever let anybody see you cry. If you got to run off to go and get in your truck and drive down the street, or even go in the bathroom and let it out, fine. But don't let them see you cry. Don't let them know they got to you. But I know it's hard. I told her she needs therapy, blah, blah, blah. She needs to come clean when she has the chance. She should have come clean when she had the chance in the beginning. She bawled and cried. We sat on the floor for a while in silence. I told her to gather the rest of her things and leave. She did. Good for you. A lot of guys don't have the strength to do this. It's very hard with someone they deeply love, But a lot of guys would just listen to the sob story and, okay, we'll give you another chance. And unfortunately, this type of crap happens again down the road. Yep, so there it is. I guess I'll ask for advice here too. Is there any chance for reconciliation? Or should I just pull the trigger on divorce? I do care for her greatly, but I don't trust her, nor do I respect her. Thank you, strangers, from the internet. Well, brother, my answer is a very big, giant N-O. No, it's over. If she's willing to do this to you now, she's going to do it again. Okay? And don't let the guilt come in about the, you were never around and you were working all the time and you weren't there for me physically and emotionally. You were working your butt off to take care of the family, provide. You said you were in an apartment. It sounds like you're probably just starting out, obviously making more money so you can obviously maybe one day get a house, go on this vacation, whatever. But just, no, not cool. Okay, she really loved you. She would have found a way. She would have communicated. That's why communication is so key for your relationship, guys. If your girl can't communicate, you sure as hell better not marry her. Otherwise, when she's not happy, instead of talking about her problems, she's going to go step out. That's how a lot of these things go. So no, it's over. It's done. It's natural for you to question these things. It's natural you feel really hurt and everything like that. But no, man, because the same thing will happen again. The second in the future she's unhappy and feeling like she's being neglected or anything like that, she's going to step out. Sure, she'll be on the best behavior in the short term, but you're going to spend the rest of your time always wondering what's next. When she's on her phone, you're going to be wondering who's she talking to. Is she taking more pictures? Is she taking more nudes? You're going to be in a state of paranoia all the time. And it'd be understandable. Do you really want that? And every time you hook up, you're going to picture her with some other dude. So, at the end of the day, this guy's going to do what he has to do. But I strongly recommend he, in no way, shape, or form, stays with her, end it. And he can say to her, look, if you want to show me that you're really sorry, if you truly do care, then you are going to give me the most smooth and easy, amicable divorce. Okay? I'll be fair with whatever assets we have. That's what you can do. All right? I wish you all the best. It didn't work out. It is what it is. But that's it. But if you're going to be nasty, okay, prepare for war. But no, second chance, no, because once a cheater, always a cheater, it doesn't stop, okay? That's what would be my advice he was asking for advice on those forums, so I'm doing a video on this. So I'm giving my piece of advice in there based on my life experience and also the countless stories I go over all the time and knowing people in bad situations. So, all right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And, guys, if you come across a great story you'd like me to do on this channel, by all means, email it to me, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. And you should also check out my other site, Strong Successful Male. I'm sure most of you guys watching this do follow me over there. That's how you probably came to this channel. But if not, check me out over there. And, guys, also be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.